It's therefore my great pleasure to introduce Linda Celestino, the Vice President of Etihad Guest Services and Delivery, representing our major sponsor, Etihad Airlines. Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Celestino.
Thank you for the invitation and the introduction, John. Her Excellency Linda Dessau, Governor of Victoria, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great pleasure to be back among the friends of Etihad Airways, and of course to be back in my beautiful home country, even if it's just for 24 hours. While I'm a Sydney-sider by birth, Melbourne holds a very special place in my heart. In fact, I fell in love with this city too many years ago than I'd like to admit, but it's around 35 years ago, when I began my career in aviation, training to be cabin crew for the amazing Ansett Australia. Being back here brings back so many beautiful memories for me, and I'm really delighted to be able to represent Etihad Airways on this very special evening. Now, while I grew up playing netball in the Housing Commission playground near where I grew up, my sporting hero is actually somebody who grew up not too far away from me, Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley, my personal favourite. This amazing champion said every time she hit the ball against her backyard fence, she dreamed and imagined she was in Wimbledon. For me, this demonstrates one of the most beautiful and one of the most fundamental joys of sport. While we may not go on to win 14 Grand Slam tennis titles or become world number one, there's an opportunity for all of us, regardless of our race, regardless of our religion or our background. We can all hit a ball against a backyard fence, kick a football, pick up a cricket bat, and be transported in our minds to success. Nothing else has the multicultural, the multinational unifying power of sport, and I think in these troubled times that we are certainly facing now, we should all remember that. Tonight we're going to be hearing many great stories and recognising the very best in Australian sporting prowess. All of us at Etihad Airways want to be a part of those stories, of course, and is a major sponsor of the Sport Australia Hall of Fame and exclusive partner of tonight's gala dinner, as John said, for the last 9 years, something we're really proud of. Thank you. We are big on developing people so that they can be the best that they can be, which is why we feel ever so privileged to be supporting the scholarship and the mentorship program for Australia's up-and-coming athletes. And like you, we look forward to watching these talented young athletes develop and compete at their highest levels. Now, as a young airline ourselves, we turned 14 in a few weeks' time. Our dream from the start was to reimagine flying by being the best we can be, and that's something that's the force that keeps us going today. We do genuinely do things differently. I hope many of you have already travelled with us, but that's enabled us to introduce many groundbreaking innovations in the world of aviation. Our in-flight chefs, our flying nannies, and of course the A380 residents, complete with a personal butler for you, the only 3-room suite in the sky. It's pretty fabulous, just saying, just saying. Clearly you've all travelled the residence, right? Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Australia has always been such an important market for us, and this year marks a significant milestone, the 10th anniversary of our inaugural flight here into Australia. And later this month, we'll be bringing our fabulous new Boeing 787 Dreamliner right here into Melbourne. Now, since entering this market, we have been a staunch supporter of Australian sport and a very proud partner of the Australia Sport Hall of Fame, in addition to Etihad Stadium here in Melbourne and Melbourne City Football Club. We've also invested in a number of cultural events across Australia, and these include partnerships with the Melbourne Recital Centre, the Sydney Opera House, taste food festivals in Melbourne and in Sydney, and of course, Sydney Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week Australia. On behalf of Etihad Airways, I'd like to congratulate all of tonight's winners, the scholarship recipients, and of course, the Hall of Fame inductees. You are quite simply, truly, an inspiration to us all, but most importantly, you're an inspiration to every girl and boy who's hitting a ball against a backyard fence somewhere and dreaming of sporting glory. I hope you have a really enjoyable evening. I can't tell you how proud and honoured I feel tonight, A, to be back in my home country, but to be here amongst such a wonderful audience. And I'd like to thank you again for your support for Etihad Airways. Have a great night. Thank you.